Long time no see. So we are jumping again. I decided to have another conversation with another wonderful woman, which I got pleasure to work with. Let me invite Lyn. And let's issues like we had last time. And I invited Lyn to have this conversation. First of all, obviously, to show how this one is looking like to work with me. On another hand, I want as well Lyn to be introduced to my followers because I do believe that we need to help each other. So the women in business, they should support each other. And something is not going right here. The invitation again dropped. Welcome, welcome. I can see is invited. Lyn, are you here? Yes, then there should be invitation. So yeah, some of you probably seen the lives before, and you've seen how this one is all looking like when 2, 3, sometimes more women will come together and will start to support each other, will start to help each other and do things together. Don't know, can't see Lyn joining us. Hopefully the Instagram will allow us to do that. And this is another thing, and I spoke about this one last time as well, that sometimes the technology doesn't work like we want technology to work. Sometimes it's just not going our way, and we need to be fine with that. And sometimes the life in general is not going the way we are. She is actually waving here. She joined the live, but I can't see her joining conversation. Let me try one more time. I will invite you. I can see you here as someone who is watching, but you declined it by accident probably. Let's send the invitation one more time. This is the reality. When you go live, it's not always.
Sorry about that, my stand collapsed.
Oh, my headphones again. This is something Instagram, I think, because last time my headphones were not working either.
Oh, yeah, I remember you. Yeah, I saw that on the last one, yeah. Well, if nothing else, it's proving it's not been rehearsed or anything. My stand's collapsing and your headset's not working.
Hello.
Hello, it's nice to see you.
What I would like you to do firstly is if you can introduce yourself to people who are watching.
Okay. Well, my name is Lyn Milton, and I'm a tarot card reader and a mediumship reader, and I also do Reiki healing. I do them online and face-to-face.
Okay, perfect. Curious about this one because I do believe that this journey was quite important, quite unusual. How it all started?
I would say I've always had an interest in tarot cards and I've always been interested in spiritual, but I would say it was initiated when I was very young, when I lost both my parents, and they came through quite clearly, just like that. And there was things that I thought, oh, is this my imagination? And there were certain things that I had to go and check out with my aunt to make sure that I hadn't made this up, and she confirmed everything that I'd got. So since then, I've just been, my path, I just think has just been, I've been led to different people for different things throughout my life. And that's when I did the mediumship development and the tarot cards and the Reiki healing. I would say throughout my life, I had quite a lot of bullying in school and at work. And I kept thinking, why is this happening to me? Why am I having to go through this again and again? And then that's when I realised that we've got to learn the lesson. And once you've learned the lesson and you start manifesting what you actually want out of life, and that's what put me onto the road I'm on now. I also had, I brought up my daughter as a single parent, and I also have an autoimmune disease, which is a very rare one. It's taken them 5 years to diagnose that as well. So I believe that the readings that I give are from experiences as well. You've got to have had the personal journey before you're able to relate to people, not just with grieving, but with every kind of walks of life that you're going through. It's not just the grieving that comes. A lot of people think, oh, would I just come to you if someone had passed? No, you can get quite a lot out of it. I call it like a little miniature counselling session, just to help people through some kind of areas that they feel. And I think that's why I wanted to do this course, because a lot of people have said to me, oh, I was attracted to you, seeing your face on Facebook. You just felt like there was the instinct. And I've done lives in the past and people have got to know me, but I just felt like, especially during COVID, I was fortunate. I was one of the fortunate ones to be quite busy. But after that, it dried up a little, not a lot, but it did. And then I think that's why our paths crossed, because I just feel that it's always the technical side of things that lets me down. I'm okay speaking away here, quite the thing, but when it comes to having to take a photograph or take a video of myself, I just feel, so, and that's when we met up from then on.
Yeah, well, the people don't know how we met. Actually, first time you came for Reiki to me. This one was
correct.
our
Yes.
encounter. And then after, when I started to run the workshop, the social media confidence workshop, you decided to join. One of the first one, if I could remember. I think the first one actually you booked, but there was actually a small issue. You were ill or something, and you actually never.
It was because of my autoimmune. Again, there's a perfect example. I was all excited to be joining that workshop, and it was that day I just took not well. Just unfortunate. Every time I feel like I'm getting someplace with something in life, and then the next minute it's like 2 steps forward, 1 back. But yeah, that's true. The first workshop I didn't even get.
Don't give up for another one, and this is something what I started to talk when we had trouble to actually connect with the Instagram, that sometimes life is like that. It's just not going away, and we kind of need to push through it. So, and then we finally met. You came for the workshop, and I will speak about this one later on. Well, I will come back to this topic, but I'm still kind of curious how it actually came with you from getting this experience when your parents came to you, when you kind of that you got some kind of gift and going to the business.
That was just amazing that day. I was just sitting in my lounge reading a book actually, and I looked up and it was an old-fashioned house, and it had like an alcove in the centre at the side of the room, and I just seen my parents both coming through, and it wasn't like us totally solid, we're standing here now. It was all sort of like, it's like fluffy, and I thought, am I making this up? But it wasn't until I sat and spoke to them, because when they passed away, I went through a hell of a lot. They didn't leave a will and all that kind of flavour. And I just remember my dad saying to me at the end of the day, it's only bricks and mortar. You've still got, our memories in here. And he said that's what he wanted to carry with them. And I think the thing that I still thought was in my imagination, but what got me was the fact that he was wearing a short-sleeved shirt. And I'd never, ever seen my dad wear a short-sleeved shirt, not even in photographs. And they looked like their courting days. They looked so loved up. They looked like they just met each other. My mum had the dark hair then, no grey hair. And when I'm busy telling my aunt this, and she said, oh, but when they first met each other, he did wear short sleeve shirts. Just like, what? It sounded something very simple, but it just gave me the confirmation that I needed, that it wasn't my imagination.
Actually turned into the business.
Yes. Yeah.
What's the history? How you managed to turn this one into the business?
I think, again, I met somebody through work who was going to, I can't even remember the name of it now. I think it was sort of like an angel class. And I didn't believe in any of that at the time. And she said, do you want to come along? And I thought, all right, don't know what I'm getting myself into here, but I'll give it a go. And I remember the guy that gave us a talk and he went, oh, you're going to go on an amazing journey. And I thought, what's he talking about? But he was right. It was the start of an amazing journey. I remember the very first night I was able to get somebody through from the army. I got their head, their headstone and what they passed with. And I think I was going around different development circles. I took bits from here and bits from there. And I just think that each medium's a very much an individual thing. You don't get two mediums the same. Just the same as you don't get two people the same. And just because somebody else might get this through, it doesn't mean to say you would get that through. But I am very much what you see is what you get. So you've got to watch for people being charlatans in this line of work. And I've never been called that, so I'm quite happy up to now that I'm doing some good. I always, when I'm posting up, I always post quotes that mean something to me. So I just feel that hopefully it's helping somebody else. I do a daily card and I always tune into that card and think, what would my viewers like from this card? And again, I just felt that, okay, I'm putting everybody else's work out there, but how do I associate it with me without saying, oh, I can understand whatever that's in the quote or the poem. And it was yourself that said you need to put your face next to it. If you feel connected to that, then you need to put your face to it.
Asking you about this one quite often, isn't it?
Yes, you're always having to push me.
It's something which I don't normally speak on lives, or I don't speak about this one in this account, to be honest, or at least I don't remember talking about this one. There was one story which I told all of you during one of the workshops. I don't know if you remember. When I used to stay in Brody Ferry and I used to run the function hall, and there was a situation when I was going through the street and I've seen the girl, which I've seen almost every day on Instagram because I was following her on Instagram. And I felt like I know her so well because she's posting all those things. And I started to wave to her. And then she looked at me like I'm cuckoo. And then I just kind of came to this conclusion. I was like, wait a minute, I'm actually following her from faceless account.
Yeah.
Got no clue who am I. She got absolutely no clue who is on another side. And it dawned on me. I was like, how can I use this one in my business? And it was like if the person was actually in my feed every single day, from what she eats, what she does, like everything about, posting about absolutely everything, about her children, about what she eats, where she goes, like to different restaurants. If she do exercise, she will post this one on Instagram, and there's nothing wrong with that. But because of that, I felt like I know her very well. Felt like she's my pal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually know who I am. And the moment was so awkward because I was like, it's like, you don't have a clue. Who am I? But I know actually about you everything.
About her. Yeah.
Contemplate, how can I use this one in the business? How can business? If I know this girl and I feel like I know this girl, almost like she is my friend, how can I use this one in business? If I will show up every day and I will show up and show people myself in different settings, they will have the same kind of experience of me probably as well. And then I had a situation actually with another girl, which as well was coming to the workshops at some point. that I met her somewhere on one of the events, like one of the spiritual events. I walked into this place and she was having the stall over there. And as soon as she seen me, she had smile like from here to here. We never met in person before. Never. She was just following me on Instagram. And then soon I walked in, she was like this. And you could see that she doesn't know what to do. And I actually came there and I was like, hi, because I was following her account as well. So we kind of knew each other at some level from the Instagram. And I started to talk to her and she was like, oh, it feels actually like we know each other for so long. And this is what I do believe is happening. When you show your face, you build this trust, you build this connection with other people because they see you every day. They start to know your personality. They start to know your movements, your face expression. And on top of that, this is like, and as well, another thing which I was saying on the workshops as well, remember situation, because every one of us had the situation. If you go the same route in any place, I don't know, to the shop, to work, I don't know, you go for a walk every day, the same route, and you meet the same people on your way. At some point, you are starting to say hi to them. And you start to chat with them. You know what I mean? It's like, it's because you see each other quite regularly, you feel like you are kind of knowing each other. You know, it's like, oh, person every single day. And there is already some kind of connection between you. And then having the chat with person which feels like, yeah, I know her. I've seen her every day. I know so much about her. It's quite easy. And as well, the trust in our businesses, in your business, in my business, we actually build this kind of relationship first. Because
definitely
going to come to the therapist if they don't feel like there is some connection, there is some kind of thing which draws me to you, isn't it? It's the same with the tarot readers. It's so many of them. It's so many of them in every single corner, but it's not all of them which I would go to.
Yes, true.
And this is why I believe that the face on social media is so important.
Yeah.
And you
totally
that it for you was a challenge to actually, I want to show my face. I'm quite confident of doing that because not every single girl I work with is confident about showing.
True.
You need to first work on the confidence there. But with you, there was confidence was there, but there was how to actually join those two together. Because from one side you said, I want to do the quotation. I see them all over the place. They means a lot to me. But how should I put my face and the quotation in the same time? How to join this together? And even if there is a way of joining them, how to do this one technically? If you can just tell me how this one felt actually from your side and how it was before the workshops and how it is after the workshops.
Once, because I would have said that during my bullying again, I was going through menopause years and I lost a lot of confidence within, because I was in an admin background, I lost a lot of confidence to do with computers and technical, and I just felt like, oh, you're stupid, you're not capable of doing that. And then you get to a certain age and then you think, oh, what's the point? I'll just not bother, you know. And I think that was the way I was before the workshops. And then as I seen, I thought, oh, everybody else is picking it up quicker than me. Well, maybe I shouldn't go back. No, I'll go back and give it another go because we're all different and we're all working from our own perspectives and our own journeys. And I thought, just because they're maybe a way ahead of me doesn't mean to say that I'm too stupid or too slow. So it's taken me a lot longer, I would have said, compared to some of them in the class to get where I am now. But it's through your perseverance. You've just kept saying, no, you can do it, you know, not in that a bullying manner, but just, you know, encouraging me to do it. Although I'm confident in some areas, there's other areas, the technical, and just, oh, no, end off, you know, it's too much like hard work.
What would you say as well? Because, well, I don't mind personally. I do believe that even if you comes to the groups, there will be people who are faster than you from whatever reason. you know what I mean? Like some of them are more talented in that. Some of them are younger, and because of that, they are much more drawn to technical side. Some people are kind of, nah, technical side is not my cup of tea as well. And I got a couple of girls which are coming here because of the social aspect, not necessarily, they don't give a damn about learning anything. They actually come because it's fun. You know what I mean? So it was like,
Well, I got to that stage myself. I was thinking, well, okay, I'm maybe not taking everything in, but does it really matter at the end of the day? You're with women they're all like-minded. We're all of the same ethos. We're all thinking of the same values. So why shouldn't we just meet up? It doesn't have to be an achievement at the end of the night. It's just you've got something out of it. You're feeling fulfilled. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, but if you notice, actually, no matter what advancement I would say they are, none of them is judgmental when it comes to you and your pace. Usually, what I can see during the groups is that they try to help you as well.
Yeah.
If you finish quicker, they will jump and help you to actually do the things. So it's more easy for you, isn't it?
Yes.
On top of that, I don't know what is your experience. Is probably something what you need to say, like what is your side of the story. But I don't think I ever rush anyone. This is what I quite like to do during the workshop, that we will jump to another thing when everyone is finished. In meantime, we can have stuff like that, but I will kind of go, if I need to explain this one a couple of times, I will explain a couple of times. I don't usually mind, because I understand that this is group setting and it will be always like that. There will be people with different, isn't it? From some reason, I'm quite patient as long as I don't need to teach my mom. This is probably the only one person I don't have patience to.
I think I've got the same relationship with my daughter as well. Yeah, she's technical, but when it comes to me, it's go and get somebody else.
I do believe that this one is kind of, we got quite big story with my mom, with different pluses, minuses, you know, up and downs. And I think it's quite difficult to usually have the patience to your own mom. But when it comes to other people, I'm usually quite patient. And I understand as well that everyone got different pace. And it's like, I might be quite quick with the technical side because I was always like that. I pick up very quickly all those things and I've learned them very quickly. But there are other things which, oh goodness me, if you will need to teach me. So I got this acceptance in me. And it's because of that, I think it's easier to accept this one with other people. I feel that way as well. If you will kind of share how this one looks from your side. When it to you know, like explaining how to do the things step by step, is this something which is quite clear? When you come for the workshop, is this easy for you to kind of follow it? Like how this one?
I am preferring. I'm preferring the ones on Zoom now. You've done them a couple of times, and I would say I take them in more then because you're recording it, and we're able to get the recording back, and then that way you're able to do it at your own pace, and that way you're just having to spend an hour to go over everything rather than a couple of hours having to go over everything. Apart from we're missing the tea and coffee and biscuits and that, but
Stop you for a second, okay? I can see Justin. This is of my friend, so I just want to welcome.
Hi, Justine.
Long time no see. Sorry.
No,
just personally.
Fine, but it's the beauty of being live, isn't it?
He's a lovely person, so just wanted to kind of honor that he came for live.
Yeah. Well, there it is now, because I see it slower than you, so she's saying hi as well. I see it now in the comments in the bottom. Yeah.
So come back to the conversation, sorry.
Yeah, I was saying, but I'm missing the tea, coffee and biscuits and what have you. But apart from that, no, I do like the Zooms. I think that way you're able to, you always ask us what we need to learn that week, which is good as well. It's not a script that you're reading from. It's definitely free and easy going. I've been a couple of times, I've maybe put, can you cover this at the next session? It's maybe just a little quickie thing, you know, and you've always covered it as well. but I like the way some of them have been very animated videos, and then there's other ones that are more kind of serious for my side of work as well. I think you cover for everybody basically, because I remember
Well,
you did ones for makeup as well, didn't you, and hairdressers at one point as well, just covering that.
in general, it looks like that I was trying to have some kind of script at the beginning, the first couple of workshops, but then I felt like what I tried to teach people is not necessarily what they want. And I was like, it's not workshop for me because I know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's workshop for people. So I prefer to know what kind of, and as well, nowadays, it's like quite a few girls is sending me the videos when they found something on Instagram, which is quite interesting for them. And it was, this is what I want to learn. And
Yeah.
then I with that because then I know that they will get what they really, really need. So that way I can deliver what they're actually looking for much more than my own ego telling me, oh, this is what's going to happen.
No.
It's like,
No. Yeah, I must admit that that used to be mainly Facebook, but now it's a lot of Instagram now, and I wasn't that sure of Instagram before I came to your workshops. And I think I find that Instagram's a lot easier to work with, especially when you're doing the cutouts and things like that.
brilliant.
And the more
Listen,
you do it, yeah, and the more you do it, the quicker you become at it. I mean, I remember my first one, it took me about 3 hours to do the first one. Now I could do it in 5 minutes.
yeah, we've all been there, seriously. It's not that I was any different. I remember that at the beginning when I was doing the videos, it took me sometimes all day,
Mm-hmm.
really all day. And if not that fact that I didn't actually give up on that at the beginning, I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't I am now that sometimes the video takes me like 20
Yeah,
minutes most, and sometimes even not. Sometimes
yeah,
it's seriously and it's done. Yeah, but it took me time because I didn't know how this all work out. You know what I mean? And it's fine. Just only as long as you go and you train, is like with everything, you will get more proficient with the
yeah,
time. As
yeah, you do. Mm-hmm. And
you
I
said
like
as
the way that you've made sure that we've got like a basic template as well. You know, so there is times when you don't have that couple of hours, especially when you're running your own business, you don't have the time or the capacity. I think that's another one of my friends has just given us a that's lovely. So, yeah, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so you have to have your basics. So there's days when you have to keep rotating your material because you just don't have the time. Again,
as you mentioned, we can easily prepare the templates which we can use at any point, even if we don't have time. And this is something which we learn as well. Yeah, but you know what? You said something very important at some point. I wrote down not to forget. And I think that this one is quite important topic as well when it comes to the business and being the individual you are, the cocktail, the unique cocktail of different kind of qualities. It's like, yeah, there is quite a lot of tarot reader. Yes, there is quite a lot of therapy. There is quite a lot of, whatever, whoever we are
yeah,
working, but we all are different in some
we've
sense.
all
And there are
got our own unique gifts, I think. Yeah. And as you said, they could maybe go to so and so down the road or up the road or whatever. But if they're coming to you, they're coming to you because your unique values that they could relate to.
but then how they can know that you are unique if you don't show up?
Yeah,
How they
exactly.
know that Lyn got those qualities which I'm looking for? There is something, some vibe about her which I really like it, and this is the person I need to work
Yep.
with. It's like at the end of the day, when we do the basic, very, very general, stuff, like we put the graphics, people don't know who is behind that. So people
Mm-hmm.
don't know, yeah, I like to this girl. I do believe that this is the person I should work with, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or I like that she's like this or like that. And, this one would brings the people to our businesses, isn't it?
Yep, definitely. Your face is your front window. It is. Yes, your selling point is your face in my line of business. So I've got to have my face out there. It's the only way I'm going to be able to sell at the end of the day. Or not so much the selling, but I'm more want to try and help people. I think I would rather help than having to sell, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
It is selling. It is all selling. People don't really understand that sometimes, seriously. But the longer I work on this everything, the more I can actually see it. We sell ourselves all the time. And I'm
Yeah.
not in the sense of selling with the money.
No,
And
that's what I mean. Yeah.
we are selling our IDs. We are selling quite a lot of things. Just have a look, normal day. If you want to convince your friend to go with you to the cinema, you are selling them the idea. You are selling them, I don't know, going for the restaurant. You need to convince them to go to the
Yeah.
restaurant. You need to convince them to go to this restaurant, not to that one restaurant. It's as well selling, but you are doing this one not for yourself, but you are doing this one for someone else.
Yeah, I mean, if you know that they're going to like that, you're going to let them know that they've got that. This restaurant's got that. That's what you like. Yeah.
And they are selling as well, but you do this one for someone else. Why we then struggle to sell ourselves?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look how easy for us is to sell for other people. But when it comes
Very
to
easy.
our services, our personality, or whatever, we actually struggle with that. It's like, hello, it's the same.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Yeah. Totally agree there. Yeah. Uh-huh. As we've discussed in the past, I mean, I think it's Scottish as well and Polish. They just don't know how to sell themselves. They think it's I mean, years ago it would be, no, you're being big-headed, you're just being a bam pot, or,
Well,
you know, if you...
you're full of yourself. Look at you. You are bragging.
Get back in your closet.
But nobody will stop you when you brag about someone else.
No, no. Uh-huh.
And we were talking actually about this one before, and about how when you go to United States, how different they are. But when it's to hear, we're supposed to be polite, we're supposed to be humble, we're supposed to this, that, or another. But who said that? We
Uh-huh. Yeah.
actually never check who said that. And if this one sits with me actually correctly, it's like, is this true? Is this really something which I need to do? It's like, what's wrong with talking about something which can actually help someone else?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah. Why shouldn't you? If it's going to help somebody else, you should. Because at the end of the day, that's what my job is, to help other people. So if I could say something without it sounding, oh, listen to her. But it's true. I've got unique gifts, and I've got all this experience, and I want to use that to help other people, and not just be another tarot card reader, and not just be another medium. We've got hundreds of them who are reading off a script. I'm not like that. Your reading could be totally different from the next lady's reading. It's just totally individual.
And just to be fair, there is nothing wrong with reading from the script, but it's not every single person who is looking this kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah.
We had actually a conversation today with another tarot reader, and she said, just have a look, people who are coming to me sometimes not to actually listen what the cards are saying, but they got some kind of intention in their head because, for example, they broke up with someone, and they want to hear that the person is going to come back to them. They are not really interested in anything else. They came to hear the things which they want to hear. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, if this is the case, the person with the script probably will be as fine as you. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Depends coming and what they are looking for. But then I do believe that if you go, for example, on Instagram or any other social media, and you show up as a person, you are telling what kind of values you got, what is important for you, what you are came here to actually kind of pass to other people, what gifts you got, how you can share those gifts. Then people can say, just have a look, I'm not interested actually someone reading from the script because this is not what I'm looking for. I actually want to work with you. But then without showing up, without showing and talking about this one, being just only as everyone else, having those kind of graphics which are very generic, the person is not going to know that this is you who they are looking for. So in some sense, you are robbing them. And this post, which I wrote down a couple of days ago, you are robbing them from your gifts that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
yeah, never thought about it from that way. You're right. Yeah.
You are not making anyone favor with kind of not showing up, not telling people, this is what I do. This is how I help. This is what kind of is going on with me, isn't it?
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it, actually. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No more hiding behind the cards.
Here you go. But as well, this is something what we had chat before as well. And we like to have those deep chats, isn't it?
We do.
Well, I think that this is what's quite important. When the girls are coming together and they start to have those conversations, they actually start to talk about the things which are important to them. Is quite important also. On top of that, we share sometimes during those workshops our own struggles, and then is actually something was like, yeah, me too. I got the same struggle, but I said that I felt like I'm the only one. I felt like this is only me who got everything crumbling at the moment, and it's like, I've been there as well. I am now there. I've been there many times as well before. Or someone is kind of telling you, oh, I struggle with this one as well, but I managed to do this and that. And we can actually help each other. Something which people don't really understand. And I think in general, the problem is for quite long and for quite a lot of other girls, we've been harmed by another women. I've been harmed by women probably in the past as well, before I kind of came to my realization.
Women are cool against women.
And
yeah.
Instead of being competition, we can actually help each other. We can actually work with each other, share experiences. We can share the knowledge and actually do better together than separately.
Yes.
We are limited separately as a human, but if we got quite a lot of women coming together, they can actually help each other. And this is something why I actually created the group, and I hope that this one is going to change as well the perspective on women's in business, especially the women who are having small businesses.
Yeah.
They usually work by themselves. They don't have staff. They don't have any other, people to cooperate with. And they are kind of sitting in their own bubble, struggling by themselves, where getting together can actually bring some solutions. Getting together can kind of bring you as well this peace and this understanding you are not the only one who is going through it, and you feel completely different. Sharing all those kind of problems as well is sometimes just venting, because you don't have anyone who will understand that. Quite few girls which we are working with is in this kind of position that nobody else in their family is running the business. They don't understand when you are coming with the problem of the business. They don't understand what you are talking about. So you're feeling like you are talking to the wall, where here you are coming, I was like, oh yeah, I get you. I absolutely get you. And then you can vomit. And
I remember way back in the beginning, there was a girl who was very great at putting herself out there and all the rest of it. And I thought, well, I can't do that. And I says, it's because of my business. I hid behind the business thinking, oh, I've got to be serious. I've got people that are grieving and, I can't go around and be very lovey-dovey, fun and free. And it wasn't until she pointed out my qualities and I thought, oh, I could use them. I don't have to be like that other person. I could just be me and it's working. And she was right. Yeah. And that came from another one of our girls. Yeah. It's amazing how when somebody else will say, oh, I'm problems with this or I'm struggling with that. And you just come out with it right away, what you've been through and what you did. And they go, oh, right, I'll give that a go. So it's not just the technical side or the social media, it's more the social aspect of it as well that's good for us as well. Yeah.
So would you recommend the workshops then?
Definitely. Yes, definitely. It's not tailored to any specific person. It's what you make of it. If there's 3 of you there one night and you've got 3 different types of personalities, that's what the night will be about. If you turn up another night and there's another 2 different types of personalities, that's what it's going to be about. there's nothing set in stone. Just turn up, see what it's all about, and you'll not say no. It's not a case of you wouldn't go back, because you will go back, definitely.
Cool.
If you're over 40 and you're a woman and you're running your business, this is definitely the place to be.
I do believe that it's not only for the women in business. However, so far it's mainly the business people who are coming to the workshops.
We'll take the odds man.
If you are working in some other businesses as an employee and you want to kind of get some extra skills, but in the same time, socially kind of meet other people who are kind of as well from different industries, so it might actually open the horizons for you and widen your perspectives as well. And then probably is a good thing to do as well, like confidence in front of the camera. You can be employee of someone and you can actually use the skill, to be honest, in so many ways, or even inside of obviously the editing videos nowadays thing. And no matter if you are actually having the business or are you working for someone else, if you got those skills, you are kind of person who is quite good asset to any.
You are an asset to that company, definitely.
And then if you can do this one in actually non-judgmental environment of other women which are going the same direction, and as well you will get this motivation, you will get this, like, girl, come on, you never done anything. Last time it was the situation as well, I don't know if you remember, but you didn't post for some time and there was no your face, and I was like, hello, what's going on here?
I wasn't well for a little while. I'm healthy again, but it was a case I needed that nudge to say, come on.
What's going on here?
I thought, can I just turn up at the workshops every week and get away with this, not do anything?
There is as well aspect, obviously we got this social media secret society group on Facebook, and I still don't think that is used as at least I imagine that.
No, I think it's,
But I really hope that at some point there will be more posts from other girls which are kind of trying and put this one into the group so we can actually help each other as well that way. I think that everyone is looking for another person to do that, if that makes sense at the beginning. But I will definitely be more engaged in this group nowadays. I already got friends. Hopefully this will be to activate them a little bit more. But this is some place where you can actually post the things, you can get the feedback from the people who are giving proper feedback, not criticizing people for.
Exactly. We're needing constructive criticism. Yeah, definitely.
Life as well with few other girls as a kind of first life, because they were too scared to go actually publicly. So we've done the live in the group so they can actually practice. Everyone is welcome with their posts. If someone wants to go live with me, yes, if they are in the group, they can ask me for this one as well, and we can find some space for doing this kind of practiced real lives and stuff like that. So this is something which I'm really open to as well.
Yeah.
Just another kind of avenue to try things which they are not necessarily confident doing in public yet.
Because the group is a safe space, isn't it? You're not out in public. You're not getting thrown to the wolves, so to speak. Yeah. You're just getting up and just doing a conversation like we're doing now. But it would be within the group, the secret group. So you don't have to be out there.
Yeah. So how it works with the Social Secret Society is that when you come to the workshop, you will get the link to Secret Society and you can join us, and then you can obviously use this group up to your extent, what you want to do, what you want to practice. If you want to get feedback, ask for the feedback. If you want to practice live, you can actually ask me or anybody else from the group to live with you. You can get feedback if you want on that as well. You can get the tips and advices if you wish to do that. So it's like how I see the group is like I am there with my knowledge, with my experience, with everything I know about social media, recording, anxiety phobias when it comes to shyness, I don't know, phobia from the public speaking. You can actually use me, and I'm not going. I don't this one as a learning group as such. that I'm coming regularly and I'm talking about things.
Mm-hmm.
But remember that this is something which is there. If you can use it, you can ask for help.
Yeah.
And I'm not to gatekeep as well. So that if there will be questions and I can answer them, I'm quite happy to do that. So it's like it's up to you to actually use the opportunity, to use the potential which is there.
Yeah, because it's not just a social media training that you're getting the counselling background as well. So it's not, you're a woman of many talents, as we're finding out every other time we meet up.
Well, I think not maybe everyone who is going to watch that knows actually about me. Is like there is quite a lot of things which absolutely, yeah, they are going my way and my gifts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a mathematician, financial mathematician. I've been working in a bank for quite a few years before I came to Scotland. I got massive experience in the hospitality business, and during that time I was doing quite a lot of marketing for the restaurants, for the function hall. So there was kind of my beginnings. Yeah, I'm very much in the IT. Then after I've changed and I actually qualified as a therapist, so I'm cognitive behavioral hypnotherapist. I'm registered. I've done the breathwork teacher, yoga nidra teacher, and a few other certifications with the life coach as well. So I think there is quite a lot of things which I'm interested in, I'm qualified in, and I got massive experience in it. So yeah, there is definitely in many, many ways I can actually support people. I can support them from the anxiety side, from the camera confidence, from the low self-esteem, because some girls are coming and they are quite poor with the self-esteem for sure. And something will help them as well. Obviously, the editing skills, as you can go through my profile, you can see what kind of edits I do. And this is something which I think I'm quite okay with explaining how to do it, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Try to show this one step by step, because I've been in many situations when I even bought a few courses when they show how to do it, but they were so fast and not actually explaining what they are doing that it was difficult to actually follow them. I'm talented in this way, so I can easily pick up on that. But there are people who are not. And
I mean, look at YouTube videos. Look how fast they go. You would have to keep rewinding and rewinding. It's just.
And sometimes you miss one step, and it's fine when you got someone say, "Wait a minute, can you actually slow down? Can you show me this on time?" And this is something what I try to do during this workshop. So yeah, just use my knowledge, use my experience, and just get from that whatever you need. And as I mentioned, we do the workshop. So there will be another workshop on Sunday, actually, is coming. And don't know about July yet. I need to actually check the calendar and just figure out which days I can do the workshop. But there is definitely this coming Sunday.
I think I've only got one weekend free in July for readings, because I've got quite a lot of nights ones coming up and parties and things like that coming up at the moment.
You will see Lyn, because I will obviously save this live. So you will see Lyn. You can actually click on her account and you can actually give her a follow as well. She will appreciate that.
Very much.
And yeah, if you need the reading, you can actually get in touch or use the link in the bio and schedule your own reading.
Yes.
And obviously easy bee at the moment, so don't wait long. And it's highly recommended. Yes, highly recommended. She's a very positive person. We've been working with each other for some time now, and just give her a try. She can tell you things which you might actually very much need. And as well, you can meet Lyn during the workshop as well. So if you want to come for the workshop, just come with me. You can work as well one-to-one. So if you are not feeling like group setting is something for you and you will prefer to work one-on-one.
I work one-to-ones with you as well, just to help. And if anybody's not sure of the workshop and they want to get in touch with me, I'm here happy to help them and give them any questions they need answered as well. Yeah, definitely.
In touch with me as well. Yeah. I think this is it for today.
I think so, yes, thank you.
I think we might have another live in the future if you're
Yes,
open.
certainly.
I,
Yeah.
ideas in my head, so because I do believe that I want to do something like this on regular basis where we can, let's not necessarily come and talk about the workshops only. This is not the, I think there is quite a lot of other things which women in the business are having to chat about. So I already spoke with other girls and they are quite happy to do that as well. So we can kind of probably do this one on regular basis and have those chats with each other and, I don't know, cup of tea with the business or something like that. And just,
or if anybody's got a suggestion that they want us to cover on a topic, go for that as well.
I think I might actually put a few posts in the future and just ask what people will kind of
looking for.
Would have a chat with. We might even kind of have random people joining us as well. We are probably quite open to that.
That's all right. Just bring more the merrier.
I miss this one in Dundee, to be honest. I really miss in Dundee to believe that there is not much going on. At least I'm not aware of it.
No,
there is
nothing
something going
like this. This is definitely a unique thing. Yeah.
As well, on top of the workshops, every now and then we go for a coffee together and have a chat and speak not only about the business but all the other girlies.
Just anything and everything. Yeah. Anything you want to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you very much for today, Lyn.
You're welcome, Agatha. It's been my pleasure.
My clients. So, and yeah, see you shortly.
Okay, then. Thank you. Take care now. Bye.